What's up, everybody? This is Ferny Ceballos. Welcome to your daily dose of awesome, your live 15 minutes of daily motivation, inspiration, and education so you can get your day started right. Now, today's topic is actually on how to build a community and a loyal following. And so you'll see I'm doing this with a slightly different format here. I'm actually in Las Vegas for Eric Worre's two events. First, a six-figure summit for six-figure earners in the network marketing industry. And then I'm here also for the main GoPro event with, I think there's going to be about 20,000 people there. It's going to be awesome. And so, but still wanted to do these lives. And because of some internet issues, I just wanted to be able to use my tablet instead of my computer in order to do these. So no fancy lower third graphics or anything like that. But the value is still coming. So again, the topic for today is on how to build a community and loyal following. And this is actually something I learned, or I began to study and learn at the Six Figure Summit 2 years ago when I came for the first Big Eric Worre event with Six Figure Earners. And so I want to share some of that information with you. But before we do, if you guys don't know me, my name is Ferny Ceballos. I'm a lead generation online marketing expert specializing in helping home business owners, that's network marketers, affiliate marketers, and direct sellers multiply their incomes using the internet. Now, I built my first six-figure network marketing business within a couple of years of discovering the information we teach here at Elite Marketing Pro. And over the past 10 years, I've been responsible for over $11 million in gross income into my home businesses and have helped hundreds of our clients produce hundreds of millions of dollars in their home businesses as well. So what we teach works. It's been proven time and time again. And I'm going to talk a little bit about community building and some of the recent things we did here in Elite Marketing Pro that is a reflection of that commitment to community and helping others. So if you're new to this broadcast, I highly recommend you subscribe to our lives. If you're watching this on mobile, on the top right corner, you can click on the video, and you'll be able to, you click in the corner and ellipsis symbol, 3 dots will appear. Click on that. You'll be able to like our fan page from there. A little menu will show up, and also you'll be able to turn on notifications. This is how we deliver our most impactful free content here at Elite Marketing Pro, so make sure to do that if you're on mobile. If you're on desktop, all you need to do is basically above the video, in the description, you click on our logo or our name, Elite Marketing Pro, and that'll take you to our fan page, and there you'll be able to click the like button. And on that same like button, you'll be able to, pretty much turn on notifications. You'll be able to put on menu where you can select, when and how you hear from us. So with that said, let's dive right into the content. Again, sorry if I'm a little shaky here. I'm doing this from a hotel room and at the Green Valley Ranch, which is tonight. The Six Figure Summit begins. Eric Worre's big network marketing event. But before that big event happens, we actually all six figure earners meet, and we talk about basically a lot of stuff that maybe new people in the network marketing industry are not ready for, or maybe there's some frank discussions on kind of like the future of network marketing, and sometimes some disagreements. But anyway, let's hop right into it. So the topic is on how to build a community and a loyal following. And so, this is something I learned at the first Six Figure Summit. It was actually the first year that I had started leading the Elite Marketing Pro community when I came in and brought some assets like No Excuses and AMF into Elite Marketing Pro and pretty much took charge of the community. And it was something that I was kind of winging in the beginning. So let me make sure. Okay, all right. Making sure people are finding this live. So it's something I was kind of winging in the beginning, and it wasn't until I attended the Six Figure Summit that things really started sinking in, that there's an actual strategy and process towards building a community. And first and foremost, I have some notes here that I'll be going from. And so first and foremost, your community can't grow or begin until you have results. So you have to have your first leads. And then your results, you have to have income. So you can't build a following, you can't build a brand, you can't build a community, at least not around the home business space, or you as a network marketer, or as a online marketer or whatever. You can't do that until you have results yourself. And so first and foremost, what we do here at Elite Marketing Pro is we teach people how to get results. And so how to get results, our goal is to have our newest, most dedicated VIP members be in cash flow within 2 weeks, meaning they're generating commissions within 2 weeks of beginning their online marketing journey. And so So that's first and foremost, that your brand can't begin without your results. And so as you get results, now you have successes to point to. But more importantly, not only do you have, hey, what's up, Michael? How's it going, buddy? Hi, Cynthia. Not only do you have, not only do you have results, you now have a skill set that allowed you to produce that result. And so now you have something to teach people. Now you have value to provide people, and that's where your brand begins. Your brand begins with your results. And so the more results you produce, the more, obviously, the bigger your results, very likely, the more you're learning, the more value you have to bring to the world. Therefore, therefore your brand can begin. That's how your brand begins, because it becomes obvious to people out there, especially as you're marketing, that you have value to give, you have skill sets to teach, and your brand grows. From there, it's where you start building up a community. What's up, Charles? How's it going, buddy? Ton. Okay, now people are rolling in. What's up? So now your community starts to begin. Now, some people, and I did this mistake, I kind of, didn't really focus on community building. I didn't really, I had a brand, we had a list, I had a good relationship with our list, but we didn't really have a sense of community. We had no place for people to go and hang out and connect. And so it was kind of a challenge. And fortunately for me, that's around the time when I came into Elite Marketing Pro. And now all of a sudden we have a community. We have a Facebook group. We have basically affiliates to provide value to train. Affiliates are going to promote our offers, much like in a network marketing organization. You want to keep your reps motivated and producing volume, and not get distracted and all that stuff. And so how do you do that? Well, first and foremost, you have to develop other leaders. You have to help other people become independent of you. And so basically what you're doing is when you're helping somebody, much like how we do here at Elite Marketing Pro, you're counting on their loyalty, like that they appreciate that you help them so much that they stick around and want to help others. Not only do you do that, that's kind of like the expectation. It's like, hi, I mentor you, and your agreement is that you stay loyal, at least for some time, and help me grow this community. And so you're developing leaders. Of course, the exchange for that loyalty is you provide those people more training, more development, more opportunities for growth than say the new person coming in. So that's when first and foremost you have to develop leaders. Second is your community has to be based on some core values and beliefs, and this can be a little tricky, but essentially you're stating clearly to everybody in the community, what do you stand for? And it sounds a little intangible, but it's critically important because people want to belong to something, and they especially want to belong to something they believe in. And if you have no clear identity, then obviously it's going to be hard for them to stick around. And so here at Elite Marketing Pro, we actually recently updated our mission statement, and we'll be publishing that on our website and making that more of a front and center thing. It's basically empowering the world's most elite community of independent entrepreneurs through training, through education, coaching, and mentorship. So that's our mission statement. Independent entrepreneurs, meaning essentially anyone that's on their own, home business owners, network marketers, etc. And so having that clear statement, and then also core beliefs or core values. We have a series of core values at Elite Marketing Pro that's more of internal. It's like what our expectations are of our team members and especially our leaders. And one of our first core value, I won't go through all of them, but our first core value is wow our customer. So our goal first and foremost is to wow our customer. And so that's one of our core values. If we're not doing that, then we're always working towards that. Obviously, we can't, we're not magicians. We can't please absolutely everybody. But that's our goal when we bring somebody in, is to wow them with value. And so that leads to something else, which is culture. When you're creating culture, actually, before I talk about culture, let me talk about events. Events are a key part of having a community. People have something to look forward to. And so, we recently had an event. We had the launch of Social Media Networker, and around that event was also, we had a good cause that we were pushing with Heifer International, where 40% of the proceeds were going to this awesome organization that helps people around the world. And so it definitely it fits with our core values of giving. But it was an event. We had a launch. We said this it's going to happen on this day. Get ready, and then we had a build up and launched it. And then over the last week, it really built up a lot of momentum where you guys were responsible for pretty much raising a lot of money, tens of thousands of dollars for a good cause. In addition to making yourselves quite a bit of money in commissions and more to come, obviously, because those people that you guys brought in, will result in VIP upgrades. So we made an event, and it was an event that all of you rallied around. Obviously, Chef was a big part of organizing all that and organizing all of you guys. So events are critically important, and so we're going to make more of an effort here at EMP to have events like that. It's not just having the No Excuses Summit, which is an event, but also having events where we have launch a new product or do something special, to impact the world, or in a contest of some kind. We're always going to be doing that because that's what keeps the community together, excited, and engaged. And so events are a big deal. Now let's talk about culture, because culture actually is something that develops out of core values and beliefs, but it's more than that. So culture is something that's not talked about too much in the network marketing, at least in public, but in private, it's a big part, and it's intentional. You have to decide what your expectations are going to be of people. Are you going to be the people in the fancy suits and tie, and that walk around kind of like the old school Amway guys, and still even that go to every meeting in a suit and tie? Are you going to be those guys? Are you going to be the guys that dress business casual? Are you going to be the guys that don't, the guys or gals that don't enforce that? Are you even in your live events or live meetings? Are you going to have alcohol? Are you going to, endorse, that type of lifestyle, or at least, do you kind of omit that from your events? Do you have certain expectations of your people? Do you expect them to get certain training at certain times? I know even our coaching team. Every single one of our coaching team members is expected, I believe every quarter or at least twice a year, they're expected to go to some sort of personal development event, or some sort of development training, whether it's a Tony Robbins event, the Landmark Forum, or something else. And so that's an expectation. And so it is part of culture. You actually kind of create a set of rules and expectations. And in culture, there are actually consequences for somebody not living up to their expectations. And so in some organizations, some network marketing organizations, people actually get kicked out for not fitting in. Now, some of these expectations can be, ethical, which aren't too hard to follow as long as you're an ethical person. Some of these expectations can be moral. Some of these expectations can be religious. And so you have to decide what type of culture you want to have. I mean, obviously in EMP we have a fun culture. It's not at all political or religious. And the cool thing is that even the EMP team, we have people with very diverse backgrounds and very diverse political persuasions, so to speak. But we all get along and have a great time because we don't have an expectation of political philosophy or religious philosophy. And that's a decision we made because we want to be open and accessible to everybody. But we do have other expectations in that we do expect people to take personal responsibility for their results. It's like we're not teaching magic tricks here. Here you're developing skill sets. And so recently I've seen people promoting some sort of program. I don't even know what the program is, but it's a copy paste type deal on Facebook. And suppose it's just a viral thing, and it's a cool marketing strategy. Or the problem I potentially see in like teaching people to copy paste and have things like that go viral is that if that's all the business, if that's the entire business and nothing else, and all people are doing are copy and pasting the under commission and then rinse and repeat, that's actually illegal. It's like potentially it's illegal because it's essentially kind of like the definition of a chain letter or a pyramid scheme. And so at EMP we will never ask you guys to do anything that's gonna even if it's a clever marketing campaign, even if it works, we're never going to ask you to do anything that compromises your ethics or compromises our core values or beliefs, especially that has to do with legality. And so but more importantly, for me, what the thing I want to Yeah, the thing I want to focus on is helping you guys develop skill sets. Copying and pasting some posts does not help you develop skill sets. You know, that for me is more important, because even if a certain strategy or viral marketing campaign works, can you repeat it? Can you use it for, you know, moving forward after that campaign is over? And so again, I don't know anything. I don't know much about this thing that's going around the social media, but it doesn't fit with our core values, because our core values have to do with helping you guys develop skill sets and become independent. Ultimately, I'd love for you guys to be leaders in EMP and contributing to our community as skilled leaders that are developing your own businesses outside of EMP, that have your own brands outside of EMP, but you always come back home to EMP as a way to just give back, because we helped you essentially graduate. We want to kind of like have you go off on your own, and we don't want to limit you to just EMP. However, we want EMP to be your home base and always a place you can come back to when you need further training, further mentorship, and just a place to give back. So I hope that makes sense for you guys in terms of this is how you essentially go from building a brand to building community. You develop leaders, you list out a specific set of core values and beliefs, and you also you run events. Events are very important. You create a culture and expectations and even rules for people, and people have to pretty much fall in line with those rules, and so some things are said unspoken, and if you want to be very specific, you are more specific about what some of those rules and expectations are, and so that's something for you to decide. Now, this is a little bit of an advanced leadership thing. This whole talk is for, if you're new, is maybe giving you some of some perspective on what some of your leaders talk about behind closed doors. And if you're somebody that's already producing results, it's something you want to start thinking about and figure out for yourself. So that's it for today, guys. That's a Daily Dose of Awesome from Green Valley Ranch here. The Six Figure Summit with Eric Worre begins later tonight at 7 o'clock, and so it'll be a late session. And so in the meantime, I'll be here networking with people that come in and probably getting some work done. So hope you guys have an awesome day. Take care, everybody. So what's up? Hey, Dr. Bob, how's it going? Wes, Michael, thanks for coming, man. Thank you. I really appreciate the comment. Ton, Andy, what's up? Charles, thank you, Cynthia. So have an awesome day. Take care.